What's up, guys? It's Miss Johnson. I'm so glad you guys are here today to learn with me. Today, we're going to learn about capitalization and end marks. Let me show you what I mean. Before we get started, I want you to remember that when you are writing a sentence or correcting a sentence, there are a few things you should always remember. That the word I is always capital. It does not matter if the word I is in the beginning, middle, or end of a sentence, it is always capital. Another thing to remember is that proper nouns always begin with a capital letter. And remember, proper nouns are the names of people, places, and things. Also remember that every sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with punctuation. Here's an example sentence I have for you. I had so much fun at Kennywood. Here's the word I, it is capitalized. Here is a proper noun, which is the name of a place, which is Kennywood, so it begins with a capital K. And I also have punctuation, and this is called an exclamation mark because I am yelling, because I am excited. So when you read this sentence, you'll say, I had so much fun at Kennywood. Let's practice a little bit. Here's a sentence. 4 birds are in the little bird bath. Now, when you are correcting a sentence or writing a sentence, I want you to remember 4 rules. Number 1, does your sentence begin with a capital letter? Number 2, does your sentence end with punctuation? Number 3, does your sentence have the word I in it? And is it capital? And number 4, does your sentence have any proper nouns? And are they capital? Do they begin with capital letters? Let's take this sentence for example. 4 birds are in the little bird bath. Remember my first question, does it start with a capital letter? Does my sentence start with a capital letter? No, so we'll have to fix that. My second question was, does my sentence have punctuation? Does this sentence have punctuation? Yes, it does. But you also have to make sure that your punctuation makes sense. So this is a question mark, which tells me my sentence should be asking a question. Let's check and see if this sentence is asking a question. 4 birds are in the little bird bath. Is that sentence asking a question? No. So we should change this question mark to a period because this sentence is telling. The last question, or I'm sorry, number 3 was, is the letter I, or is the word I in your sentence? Is the word I in your sentence? No. So we don't have to worry about that rule. And number 4, the rule was, are there any proper nouns that need to begin with capital letters? Are there any proper nouns in our sentence? No. And remember, a proper noun is the name of a person, place, or thing. I do see a capital L here for the word little, and little is not a proper noun. So they tried to trick you guys. We need to make this capital L a lowercase l. This is what this sentence should look like. Let's try one more sentence. Do Bert and Carly live on Skylark Farm? I'll read it again. Do Bert and Carly live on Skylark Farm? Let's ask our questions. Number 1, does the sentence start with a capital letter? No, it doesn't. That D needs to be a capital D, so we'll fix that. Number 2, does our sentence end in punctuation? No, it does not. There is nothing at the end of this sentence, which means we need to figure out which punctuation mark goes there. Ask yourself, is the sentence asking, yelling, or telling? Do Bert and Carly live on Skylark Farm? Yeah, it's asking. It's asking a question, which means your sentence needs a question mark. We'll add that too. Number 3, does your sentence have the word I in it? No, it doesn't, so we don't have to worry about that. And number 4, does your sentence have any proper nouns that need to begin with capital letters? Yeah, this sentence has 4 proper nouns, or 4 words that need to be capitalized because they are proper nouns. Can somebody point out one of the proper nouns? Do Bert and Carly live on Skylark Farm? Yeah, so you guys could have said that Bert was a proper noun because it is somebody's name. Carly is a proper noun because it is somebody's name. Or Skylark Farm is a proper noun because it is the name of a place. All of these words need to begin with capital letters. This is what this sentence should look like. Now it's your turn. In a minute, you need to go grab a piece of paper and a pencil because you're going to pause this video and work on your own. But first, listen to my directions. Once you get your piece of paper and pencil, you're going to copy this sentence down. After you copy this sentence down, I want you to correct this sentence. Remember our 4 rules or our 4 questions. Does the sentence start with a capital letter? Does it end in punctuation? Does it have the word I in the sentence? And does it need to be capitalized? And lastly, are there any proper nouns in the sentence that need to be capitalized? This is how you're going to correct this sentence. When you're done correcting the sentence, I want you to come back to the video and unpause me so that we can go over it together. You may pause the video now. Great job working through this sentence and giving it your best effort. Let's see what you did. Let's see if your sentence looks like mine. The sentence reads, I felt sick last Monday. All right, let's go back to our 4 questions. Does our sentence start with a capital letter? No, it doesn't, so we need to fix that. Number 2, does our sentence end in punctuation? No, it doesn't, so we need to fix that. Number 3, does the sentence have the word I in it? Yes, it does. But lucky for us, I is the first word of our sentence, so we had to capitalize it in the beginning. This is what your sentence should have looked like. I hope you guys did a good job. Let's do one more. Here's the sentence. Did Rob find the sock? What you're going to do is you're going to ask yourself those 4 questions again so that you can correct this sentence. Please go ahead and pause this video so that you can correct it and then come back to me when you're done. You may now pause the video. Perfect. Good job on working through this and coming back and checking your work. Here's the sentence. Did Rob find the sock? This is what my sentence looks like. Does your sentence look like this? Let's go through it. Number 1, does your sentence start with a capital letter? Number 2, does your sentence end with punctuation? Good, and I hope you guys caught that in the first sentence just had a period, which means our sentence would be telling, but the sentence is actually asking a question, which means it needs a question mark. Good catch, guys. Number 3, does my sentence have the word I and does it need to be capitalized? This sentence did not have the word I, so we do not have to worry about that rule. And the last question is, are there any proper nouns in my sentence that need to be capitalized? Well, Rob is the name of a person, so that is a proper noun. And it was not capitalized in the first sentence, so I had to capitalize it when I corrected the sentence. So here is what my sentence looks like, and here is what it should sound like. Did Rob find the sock? You're all done. Good job today working through that. That was a lot of work. You guys had to remember a lot of things. 4 new rules, and you had to ask yourself 4 questions, and you had to check over your work several times. Good job. Way to stick in there. Remember, practice, practice, practice is how you get better. Adios, friends.